Some senior Tigray generals have visited the Afar region of Ethiopia, where TPF, anti-TPLF force is being established. The TPF members are expanding their presence in the Afar region. Welcome to my views and news. Thanks for watching the channel. Secondly, we have a new story about a protest by Eritreans in London today. A protest is due to be organized by Eritreans. Let's start with the new story from the Afar region. TPF, Tigray Peace Force, is an anti-TPLF, anti-senior command of Tigray military, is being established in the Afar region of Ethiopia. TPF fighters are not just in Afar, by the way. They have their presence in other areas of Tigray, in at least two other zones of Tigray. TPF fighters have their presence. TPF fighters are mainly operating in border areas, Afar, Tigray border areas. Megale is one of these areas. Abala also. But it's not that they're just in the border areas. Reportedly, they have established their presence in Samra, Afar regional capital. They have established their headquarters there. Now, Samra is home to several armed groups. TPF operating in Samra. I did a video yesterday. I told you about a meeting by Rasado in Samra. Eritrean Afar National Congress met in Samra. Eritrean Blue Revolution Front visited Samra. So Afar is now home to several armed groups. The establishment of TPF's headquarters in Samra indicates that this force has the backing of the ruling party and the ENDF, and the backing is not discreet, openly. Tigray Peace Force is being backed, funded, supported by Ethiopian National Defense Force and the federal government of Ethiopia. Pro-TPLF sources say that lots of TPF members have deserted. They have returned to Tigray. That this force is on the verge of disintegration. And they say that since TPF fighters have realized that the force is backed by the federal government, and federal government wants to use this force against Tigray, that is why TPF members are deserting. But what we have learned is that some senior Tigray generals have visited the Afar region recently. I am not talking about Vedian Thiro. Vedian Thiro is known to be leading TPF fighters. He has released his pictures with TPF members. He's there. But Vedian Thiro is not the only Tigray military officer who is supporting TPF. Some other generals are also supporting TPF members. We have been hearing rumors about Vedi Ashabar. Vedi Ashabar is a senior Tigray general. He was part of former Tigray President Getachew Reda's cabinet, widely respected. The man has been opposing Tigray military support for TPLF, demanding neutrality of Tigray military in the confrontation between TPLF and other political players in Tigray. But he's not part of Verede's cabinet. He was withdrawn from the cabinet. Tigray military council withdrew him from the cabinet after he opposed military's decision to back TPLF. And since then, since his removal from government, we have many rumors that where the Ashabar, Tigray Ashabar is going to join TPF. Then Zaidu Kiros is another Tigray general, a lady, a female general, and TPF sources are claiming that Zaidu Kiros has also joined them, though visual confirmation is awaited. Visual confirmation of Zaidu Kiros and Tiklai Ashibar of joining TPF awaited. But reportedly, in the last 2 weeks, some senior Tigray military commanders, they visited Afar region, they met with TPF, and they want to join TPF if they have not already joined. Hopefully, their names will be released in coming days, or we could see pictures, visual confirmation of the joint TPF. So the TPLF-backed propaganda that TPF is on the verge of disintegration, it's not true. Secondly, viewers, today a protest is due to be held in London. Eritreans are due to protest there. Social media calls are being made. Campaigns have been launched to make this protest a success. We'll see in coming hours what happens in London. What is this protest about? The protest is for the release of Adam Shaban. Adam Shaban is a Muslim religious cleric who was arrested by Eritrean security forces in Ginda a few weeks ago. A Quran memorization center was closed by Eritrean authorities in Ginda. Adam Shaban was heading the center. He was summoned to a local administrative office by the authorities there, and there he was taken into custody. He was detained and he was transferred to a prison. Adam is in prison. Another cleric was also arrested. Two Muslim religious figures were arrested in this connection. Now, Eritreans are going to protest. Opposition groups are going to protest in London today. Will this protest be of any use? Well, I think if the issue is internationalized, it won't be good for Adam Shaban, because we know how Eritrean government operates. It does not want anything to come out of Eritrea. If any atrocity, any violation of human rights is reported by international media, and Eritrean government knows that somehow information was leaked by the people in Eritrea, the Eritrean government takes action on them. No relaxation, no remedy for those people who are detained by security forces. No mechanisms, no institutions, no independent judiciary which can be contacted for the release of these people. So the detainees, the prisoners are totally at the mercy of the government. For the last 2 decades, some people have been imprisoned in Eritrea. They called for constitutional reforms. They called for democratic reforms in Eritrea. They called for election in Eritrea. But journalists, politicians, activists were arrested around 2 decades ago. Scores of protests have been held for the release in different parts of the world. Countries issued statements. Nothing happened. People still in prison. Some died. That is why protests for the release of Adam Shaban perhaps won't be of any use. The Eritreans who have some leverage at home, they should negotiate with the Eritrean government for the release of Adam Shaban. Protests won't solve the issue, I believe. Thanks for watching.